I have improved the skin on my face and on my body dramatically over the last couple of weeks. On my body, it's something that I added to my skincare routine, but on my face, it's some things that I stopped doing. Hello, I'm Ave. I am a 61-year-old woman. This is Life in Flowers, a lifestyle channel for women over 50. So I'm going to start with my face. I was using a retinol that I got from my dermatologist. He said I could use it every other day. I was using it twice a week. I was using them without moisturizer, thinking that, oh, I'm going to get more benefits this way. I'm just going to let my skin sit in this retinol. And I was getting so much flaking. And this can be normal, but for me, I think it was just too much. So I'm getting this flaking on my skin. So then I'm using this Kate Somersville exfoliant, and I'm exfoliating and really scrubbing and leaving it on for like 2 minutes, which I think is the longest that is recommended, rinsing that off, and then I'm still seeing all this flaking. I'm following it up with some glycolic acid. It was just too much. Now, everybody's skin is going to be different, and what I'm suggesting is to listen to your skin. For me, I finally just thought, this is it. I'm done. I'm just going to stop using this stuff because I had, flaking all over my face. I mean, it just looked terrible. Something else happened at the same time. I ran out of my usual cleanser, which is Neutrogena's Fresh Foaming Cleanser, and I do love that cleanser. It really gets all my eye makeup off. I mean, all I have to do is just wash my face with that stuff, and everything is stripped off. The key word here is everything is stripped off. So as I say, I had run out of it. I had previously bought some of this Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, and I started using it. Now, it does not take all the makeup off, but I was using it anyway and kind of, loosening everything up with this stuff and then going in with another balm and getting the rest of my eye makeup off, or a little oil with a washcloth and getting the rest of my makeup off. And an interesting thing happened. My skin cleared up. No flakiness, no redness. I mean, it's kind of obvious. So I realized I was just doing too much to my poor skin on my face. And everyone's going to be different. I am a light complected. I think my skin's a little thinner, probably a little more vulnerable, but I realized that I really needed to listen to my skin. So I've started using my retinol, starting with once a week, and this is a 0.025. It's not that strong really. And 4% niacinamide and some hyaluronic acid. So it's a nice serum, but I'm using it with moisturizer. And I'm not sure why I thought that using it without the moisturizer, I was going to see more benefits, but it was just too harsh on my skin. So I'm gradually adding this back in with the moisturizer. The Cetaphil, I like it. Like I said, it doesn't really take my makeup off, but what it taught me is that I need a little more of a gentle cleanser, because the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser used every night was just too much for me. Now that might be fine to use a couple times a week to really, get in there and get everything clean, but for everyday use, it was just too much. I think us ladies over 50, there's all this pressure, right? Oh, we've got to, exfoliate our skin, get the new skin cells to come out, and all these things. But I think that they're good. These are good products, but I think that they can be overused, and I certainly did it in my case. And this may be obvious to all of you watching this video, but for me it wasn't. So just in case you're struggling with some of these things, maybe take a step back and think about it. What's going to work for your skin the best? Something else I picked back up in my routine is this stuff. I bought this because of another influencer. It was so long ago, I'm not sure that I can find her, but if I can, I'll link her below. This is kind of cool. It's a urea moisture lotion, And what I do now is I splash a little bit of this on my skin to wet my skin. And then I'm going in with I really love this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, but this was getting a little heavy. Plus I was using my almond oil, which I really love, but it was just too much. Once again, it was too much, and I was starting to break out in like little white pimples. So I backed off of this, started kind of cutting it, if you will, by splashing some of this on my face, getting it nice and wet, and then going in with a little bit of this for that extra moisture. And this is especially nice for summer because it lightens up the moisturizer a little bit. I also have some hyaluronic acid that I will use sometimes too. And I think what I'm trying to say is I'm cutting my thick moisturizer, which I think was a little too much, with products that are drawing the moisture to my skin. So getting my skin wet, using some hyaluronic acid or using this urea product, and then putting a little bit of moisturizer on, the heavier stuff with the oil, it really has made a big difference in a positive way. Which leads me to my next body breakthrough. And that is glycerin. This is just vegetable glycerin. It's pure. If you've seen my almond oil video, I get a little frustrated with all the weird ingredients in products. I don't really want to put those on my skin. So for my body lotion, I was using my almond oil, the Now almond oil, which I really love. I'll link that video below. This stuff has made such a difference in my skin. But paired with this glycerin, it's even better. Now, I originally bought this glycerin because I wanted to make my own body products, and I probably will still do that, and I'll make some videos about it if I do. But I saw this woman, I do follow her, I'll link her below. She's younger, but she's really great. I really like her videos, and she was talking about this, and I reached in my cupboard and I grabbed it out and I tried it. All you have to do is just put some of this on your skin while you're wet in the shower. And just a little bit goes a long way. I kind of made a mistake when I first started using it because it doesn't feel like anything's going on, especially if you're wet. But then I put a whole lot on, and then I was sitting in traffic in the car, and I swore I felt like it was in like a humidity cloud, which could be great, but it was a little bit too much for me. So just spread a little bit of this on your wet skin. And then what I do is follow it up with my almond oil. And I really like this brand. It's very pure, and it's the same brand, this Now brand. I'll link it below. And then just kind of either just pat dry, try not to wipe it all off, or just kind of, if you have some time, just kind of air dry a little bit. And the glycerin draws the moisture into your skin, and the almond oil locks it in there. It's pure, it's natural, and it really makes the skin on your body look great. I think these are $10 each or something like that. Maybe they're 12 or 13, but they're not expensive for all this product. So not only is it pure with no added weird chemicals and stuff, and it moisturizes your skin, and it's very economical. And then of course at night, I always follow up with some castor oil on my lips, sometimes on my eyebrows and eyelashes, just a little bit, and then I blot it off. A lot of people like to use more, but for me, less is more, I find, per this video. And it keeps your lips nice and plump. And again, without a bunch of added weird chemicals. This was such a revelation for me, especially the part about my face. I mean, I'm loving the body part too, but I was just struggling and scrubbing my poor face to death. And I really wanted to share this video because maybe some other women out there are struggling with the same thing. So listen to your skin, maybe back off. If you're having trouble with your retinol, you can go down in the percentage or use it with the moisturizer, and a more gentle cleanser if you're having this kind of trouble. So I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you have a beautiful day.